Good morning friends, myself Dr. Elen Ghatge, Head Department of Business Economics. Today we are going to consider the important point regarding the challenges before cooperative sugar factories we have considered, and now the solution were the problems faced by sugar cooperatives in Maharashtra state. Just we have considered in previous lecture the various problems faced by cooperative sugar factories in Maharashtra state. Whichever major problems we have considered in respect of cooperative sugar factories in Maharashtra state, all these problems are managerial problems. For example, we may have to give proper licensing system to the cooperatives, as well as we may have to replace the machinery for upliftment of cooperative sugar factories in Maharashtra state. Government should fix the proper price of sugar and sugar products for the betterment of the members as well as sugar cooperatives. Later on we may have to consider that whichever loans have been taken by cooperative sugar factories should be recovered, and for that purpose government should give proper guidelines for the sugar cooperatives. Management of sugar cooperatives should be revised, otherwise cooperative sugar factories will not run with a proper way. Whichever politics we may find in cooperative sugar factories, which should be wiped out. And later on we may have to consider that whichever recruitment we have made in 1970s should be reconsidered, that whichever manpower required for cooperative sugar factory should be recruited and excess manpower should be transferred to allied industries with the help of cooperative sectors. In these solutions we may have to consider for developing cooperative sugar factories in Maharashtra state. Really speaking, cooperative sugar factory is the base of Maharashtrian economy. For the development of cooperative sugar factories, we may have taken so many efforts, and when we consider the leadership developed through the sugar cooperatives, and that leadership has played vital role in economic development of rural and urban people, and so that sugar cooperatives problem should be solved by the government, as well as management of sugar cooperatives should consider that these problems should be solved. Apart from this, today we may have to consider the new content, that is dairy cooperatives in Maharashtra state. Just we have considered sugar cooperatives is the base of agricultural economy of Maharashtra, as well as for rural development as well as cooperative development. Cooperative sugar factories plays vital role, followed by dairy cooperatives are also most important in Maharashtra state, and particularly Western Maharashtra, Vidarbha region have developed dairy cooperatives. Dairy cooperatives are most important for providing the employment opportunities. Dairy cooperatives are most important for rural development. Dairy cooperatives are most important for providing the allied income to the rural people, and dairy cooperatives are most important for producing milk product as well as milk, and to provide the need of milk for urban people. Dairy cooperatives are most important. Just you consider Western Maharashtra is famous for producing milk and milk product. We are exporting milk and milk product within the country as well as out of the country also, and in this connection dairy cooperatives are most important in Maharashtrian economy as well as overall development of Indian economy. Dairy cooperatives are most important. Now we are going to consider the progress of dairy cooperatives in Maharashtra state. Just by several times I told you that Maharashtra is the most developed state in respect of cooperative movement. Variety of cooperative institutions have been developed in Maharashtra state since 1961 up to this date. Whichever cooperative institutions have been developed in Maharashtra state have make the change in Maharashtra socially, economically, culturally and politically also. As far as considered to dairy cooperatives have also developed since 1961. The progression made by dairy cooperatives in Maharashtra state have to be explained by 7 to 8 different type of indicators. When we consider the progression of dairy cooperatives in Maharashtra state, the statistics tells us that since 1960-61 to 2011-12, we have made considerable progress statistically as well as qualitatively. One by one we will consider how we have made the progress of dairy cooperatives in Maharashtra state. First indicator is number of dairy cooperatives. When we consider primary dairy cooperatives, which is the base of rural development, which is the base of economic development of rural people, and allied industries developed by rural people through the dairy cooperatives. The number of primary dairy cooperatives have been increased from 431 to 26,127 during the period of 1960-61 to 2011-2012. It denotes that quantitatively we have developed primary dairy cooperatives in different type of villages in Maharashtra state. At present, we may have to find in 2 or 3 dairy cooperatives in one village also, one big village whose population is beyond 15,000. 2 or 3 dairy cooperatives have been developed there. In this way, dairy cooperatives have been developed in Maharashtra state, and progression tells us that we have made considerable progress. Followed by, we may have to consider the indicator of members of dairy cooperatives. The members of primary dairy cooperatives have increased from 15,500 to 1.51 crore during the period of 1961-2012. It denotes that membership has increased, and as per increase in the membership, total turnover and other benefits have been obtained by the members of the dairy cooperatives. Increase in members denotes the progression of dairy cooperatives. The trust on dairy cooperatives has enhanced, and due to this rural development takes place. Next one indicator, that is share capital. Amount of share capital has also increased from rupees 9 lakh to rupees 200 crores during the same period, that is 61 to 2012. As the share capital has increased, the total turnover has increased. When turnover increased, employment increased. When employment increases, income level increases, and that income level develops the economy of Maharashtra. Next one indicator, working capital. Day to day working capital has also increased from 26 lakh to 853 crores during the period of 1961-2012. Increasing level of working capital denotes the total transaction and turnover made by primary as well as district level unions of dairy cooperatives. Next one indicator, we may have to consider milk and milk collection price. Milk collection price has also increased 67 lakh to 5,216 crores during the period of 61 to 2012. It denotes that milk collection contribution has also increased. Primary, district level, taluka level unions and state level unions have made considerable progress for collecting the milk through the dairy cooperatives, and that's why this is most important indicator of progression of dairy cooperatives. Next one indicator is milk and milk product sale. Total sale of milk and milk product has also increased from 69 lakh to 6,000 crores. The total turnover or total sale of milk and milk product has increased. This is a sign of progression of dairy cooperatives in Maharashtra state. Next one indicator we may have to consider here, societies in profit. Since 1961 to 2012, the societies in profit, primary dairy cooperative societies in profit number was 156, which rose up to 18,695 in 2012. Societies in profit, number of societies in profit has increased. It denotes that primary taluka level unions, district level unions and state level unions have made considerable progress regarding the dairy cooperatives in the state. And last one indicator we may have to consider here, societies in losses. If we consider the progression, you may have to surprise that societies in losses is not a indicator of progression, because societies in losses arises so many problems. But while considering present position of dairy cooperatives, progression of dairy cooperatives, we may have to consider that the number of societies in losses has also increased from 156 133 to 7,433. Correct the figure that societies in profit losses is 133 and societies in profit, the figure in 1960-61 is societies in profit 56 and societies in losses is 33, isn't it? Societies in losses number has also increased. This is one of the most important thing we may have to consider here. While discussing all these points, we may have to consider that dairy cooperatives have made considerable progress. Friends, while developing cooperative institutions in the state, whichever features we may find in rural area as well as in a developing country like India, we may have to develop the cooperative movement within the circumstances, and that circumstances arises some problems also. These problems we will consider later on. But while discussing the progression or role played by dairy cooperatives in Maharashtra state, progression of dairy cooperatives in Maharashtra state, it increases the standard of living of farmers, it increases income level of farmers, it increases the employment generation of farmers, employment generation in rural areas, and that's why while discussing the development of Maharashtra state, we cannot deny the role played by dairy cooperatives in our state, isn't it? And that's why progression of dairy cooperatives with the help of these 9 points, these points denotes that dairy cooperatives have played a vital role in the rural as well as urban development of Maharashtra state. For the convenience of Marathi medium students, we will consider this matter in Marathi. मित्रांनो, महाराष्ट्रातील दुग्ध सहकारी संस्था ज्या आहेत त्या दुग्ध सहकारी संस्थांचा अभ्यास आपल्याला आजच्या तासाला करायचा आहे. यापूर्वी आपल्याला महाराष्ट्रातील सहकारी साखर कारखान्यांचा आपण अभ्यास केलेला आहे. महाराष्ट्रातील सहकारी साखर कारखान्यासमोरचे प्रश्नही आपण विचारात घेतलेले आहेत. जे प्रश्न महाराष्ट्रातील सहकारी साखर कारखान्यासमोर आहेत ते प्रश्न सोडवण्यासाठी सर्व मॅनेजरियल प्रश्न जे आहेत ते मॅनेजरियल किंवा व्यवस्थापकीय पद्धतीने सुदृढ व्यवस्थापनाच्या पद्धतीने आपल्याला हे प्रश्न सोडवता येतात. तर पुस्तकामध्ये जे काही सोल्युशन दिलेलं आहे, उपाययोजना दिलेल्या आहेत, त्या उपाययोजना प्रश्नाशी निगडीत आहेत हे आपण विचारात घ्यायचे. तर आज आपण दुग्ध सहकारी संस्थांचा अभ्यास करणार आहोत. आता महाराष्ट्रामध्ये साखर उद्योगाच्या बाबतीत साखर उद्योगाच्या पाठोपाठ दुग्ध सहकारी संस्था या अत्यंत महत्त्वाच्या असलेल्या आपल्याला दिसून येईल. शेतीपूरक व्यवसाय म्हणून दुग्ध सहकारी संस्थांना अनन्यसाधारण असं महत्त्व असलेलं आपल्याला दिसून येईल. 1960 पूर्वी महाराष्ट्रामध्ये खाजगी क्षेत्रात मोठ्या प्रमाणात मिल्क कलेक्शन केलं जायचं, पण 1960 नंतर आपण दुग्ध सहकारी संस्थांचा विकास शासनाच्या आणि जिल्हा पातळीवरच्या राज्य पातळीवरच्या संघाच्या प्रयत्नातून झालेला आपल्याला दिसून येतो. दूध हे अत्यंत महत्त्वाचं एक पेय असल्यामुळं दुधाचं दैनंदिन जीवनामध्ये अनन्यसाधारण असं महत्त्व असलेलं आपल्याला दिसून येतं. आणि या दुधाची निर्मिती, दुग्धजन्य पदार्थांची निर्मिती ही मानवी विकासातला किंबहुना समाजाच्या आर्थिक विकासातला एक महत्त्वाचा घटक असलेला आपल्याला दिसून येईल. दूध संकलनाच्या बाबतीमध्ये दुग्ध सहकारी संस्थांच्या विकासाबाबतीमध्ये महाराष्ट्रानं गेल्या काही वर्षामध्ये मोठ्या प्रमाणात प्रगती केलेली आहे. म्हणजे राज्याच्या दुग्ध सहकारी संस्थांचा विकास अभ्यासत असताना 9 महत्त्वाचे इंडिकेटर आपण ठरवलेले आहेत. ते 8 ह्या 8 इंडिकेटरचा अभ्यास केल्यानंतर आपल्या लक्षात येईल की दुग्ध सहकारी संस्थांची संख्या 1961 ते 2012 या कालखंडामध्ये 431 वरून 26,127 पर्यंत वाढले. म्हणजे प्राथमिक स्वरूपाच्या दुग्ध सहकारी संस्थांच्या संख्येची आकडेवारी मी सांगतोय तुम्हाला. त्याचप्रमाणे आपल्याला जिल्हा पातळीवर तालुका पातळीवरचे संघही वाढलेले आहेत. पण मुख्यतः ग्रामीण भागामध्ये जिथं दुधाचं उत्पादन केलं जातं त्या दुधाचं कलेक्शन करण्याचं काम प्राथमिक पातळीवर खेडे पातळीवर या प्राथमिक दुग्ध सहकारी संस्था करीत असतात. त्यांची संख्या 1960 नंतर राज्यामध्ये मोठ्या प्रमाणात वाढली आणि म्हणून हा प्रगतीचा इंडिकेटर आहे. दुग्ध सहकारी संस्थांची सभासद संख्याही वाढली. 15,500 वरून ही सभासद संख्या ही 1.51 करोड म्हणजे 1.5 कोटीपर्यंत वाढलेली आपल्याला दिसून येते. राज्यात मोठ्या प्रमाणामध्ये दुग्ध सहकारी संस्थांची मेंबरशिप वाढलेली आपल्याला दिसते. त्याचप्रमाणे भाग भांडवल जे आहे ते 9 लाखावरून 200 कोटीपर्यंत वाढलेलं आहे. खेळतं भांडवल जे आहे दुग्ध सहकारी संस्थांना आपल्या डे टू डे व्यवहारासाठी लागतं ते खेळतं भांडवल 26 लाखावरून 853 कोटीपर्यंत वाढलेलं आहे. त्याचप्रमाणे इथं दूध उत्पादनाची किंमत जी आहे, मिल्क कलेक्शनची किंमत जी आहे ती किंमत सुद्धा 67 लाखावरून 5216 कोटीपर्यंत वाढलेली आहे. म्हणजे दुधाचं संकलन केल्याची किंमत जी आहे ती 67 लाख रुपयावरून 5216 कोटी रुपयापर्यंत वाढलेली आहे. दूध आणि दुग्धजन्य पदार्थांची विक्री जी आहे ती सुद्धा 69 लाखावरून 6000 कोटीपर्यंत वाढलेली आहे. इथं एक बाब तुम्हाला आकडेवारीत लक्षात येते का पहा, दूध संकलनाची किंमत जी आहे ती 67 लाख आहे आणि मिल्क प्रॉडक्टची एकूण विक्री जी आहे ती 69 लाख आहे. म्हणजे दुग्धजन्य पदार्थ जे आहेत त्या दुग्धजन्य पदार्थाची किंमत जी आहे ती जास्त आहे. म्हणजे दुधाची किंमत समजा 40 रुपये लिटर असेल, पण दुधापासून जो खवा तयार केला जातो त्याची किंमत जवळजवळ 150 रुपये किलो असते. त्यामुळं किंवा दुधापासून जी बर्फी तयार केली जाते त्याचा दर हा 300 रुपये 400 रुपये किलो असतो. त्यामुळं दुग्धजन्य पदार्थांची किंमत जी आहे ती किंमत विचारात घेऊन दूध आणि दुग्धजन्य पदार्थांचा एकूण सेल जो आहे तो वाढलेला आपल्याला दिसून येतो. ही बाब विचारात घेता आपल्याला असं दिसून येतं की महाराष्ट्रामध्ये दुग्ध सहकारी संस्थांनी अनेक प्रकारे प्रगती केलेली दिसून येते. त्याचप्रमाणे प्रायमरी दुग्ध सहकारी संस्था नफ्यात किती आहेत तो एक इंडिकेटर बघितला जातो. नियोजन काळामध्ये प्रामुख्याने आपल्याला असं दिसून येतं 1961 ते 2012 या काळात नफ्यातील प्राथमिक सहकारी दुग्ध सहकारी संस्थांच्या संख्येत 156 वरून 18,695 पर्यंत वाढ झालेली आहे. तर तोट्यातील संस्थेमध्ये 133 वरून 156 चुकून पडलेला आकडा तो 133 वरून 7,433 पर्यंत वाढ झाली आपल्या दृष्टीने. म्हणजे नफ्यातील संस्थाही वाढल्या, तोट्यातील संस्थाही वाढल्या. मित्रांनो, आपण सर्वांना माहीत आहे की सहकाराचा विकास होत असताना महाराष्ट्रामध्ये 1960 नंतर एका गतीनं सहकाराचा विकासही होतोय. त्याचबरोबर सहकारामध्ये काही प्रॉब्लेमही निर्माण होतात. सहकारी संस्थेमध्ये अनेक प्रकारचे अडचणी निर्माण होतात. या अडचणी आपण पुढे बघणार आहोत. त्या अडचणीमुळं तोट्यातील सहकारी संस्थांची संख्या सुद्धा वाढत गेलेली आपल्याला दिसून येते. वाढती तोट्यातील सहकारी दुग्ध सहकारी संस्थांची संख्या हा एक चिंतनीय विषय आहे. पण एखाद्या सहकारी संस्थेची प्रगती, एखाद्या राज्यातील सहकारी संस्थेच्या प्रकाराची प्रगती विचारात घेत असताना तोट्यातील सहकारी संस्थांची संख्या ही वाढलेली आहे की जी 133 वरून 7,433 पर्यंत वाढलेली आहे. ही आकडेवारी आपल्या दृष्टिकोनातून अधिक महत्त्वाची असलेली आपल्याला म्हणता येईल. तर एकूणच आपल्याला असं म्हणता येईल की दुग्ध सहकारी संस्था हा सहकारी साखर उद्योगापाठोपाठ महाराष्ट्रात विकसित झालेला दुसरा सहकारी संघटन प्रकार असलेला आपल्याला दिसून येईल. दूध सहकारी संस्थांच्या माध्यमातून देशाच्या आणि महाराष्ट्राच्या ग्रामीण भागात लाखो लोकांना रोजगारही उपलब्ध झालेला आहे आणि त्याचबरोबर या दुग्ध सहकारी संस्थांच्या विकासामुळं शेती व्यवसायाला पूरक उत्पन्नही आपल्याला मोठ्या प्रमाणात मिळत आहे आणि त्यामुळे दुग्ध सहकारी संस्थांचा विकास विचारात घेत असताना या बाबी आपल्या दृष्टिकोनातून अधिक महत्त्वाच्या आहेत. आता महाराष्ट्रातील दुग्ध सहकारी संस्थांसमोर जे काही प्रश्न आहेत त्या प्रश्नांची चर्चा आपण नंतरच्या तासाला घेणार आहोत. धन्यवाद.